So, do you want to know how to spot narcissists from their body language? Oh, I am breaking it down for you in this video. So, don't go away. Hey there. So, I'm Rebecca Zung and I teach you about narcissists. So, if you want to know everything you need to know, I am here for you. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. All right, so let's learn about narcissists in this video and how they teach you about who they are from their body language. So did you know that what we say is actually only 7% of our communication? That's right. Tone of voice is actually 38% of our communication, and body language is the other 55% of what we actually say. So when we are expressing ourselves, more than half of what we say is coming from our body language. So that means when we are listening or watching narcissists, they're saying a lot from their body language. All right, so I've got 6 telltale signs. So grab your notepad, grab your pen. You are not going to want to miss out on these 6 telltale signs. And I'm going to do them in reverse order from number 6 to number 1 so that you stay tuned all the way till the end. Ready? Let's go. Number 6. Number 6 is they have trouble making eye contact with people. They don't look up. They don't look at you. They have trouble while they're talking to you actually looking at you. Now, I know that a lot of you are from other cultures. Sometimes this is a cultural thing. So you do have to take into account different cultures. Sometimes it's actually disrespectful to look at people in the eye, depending on the culture that they're in. So do take that into account as well. Sometimes people are fearful of others as well. So you do have to kind of look at this as a whole before all the haters come rushing in. Just make sure that you do understand that you do have to look at this as a whole. Okay. So that's number 6. You ready for number 5? All right. Number 5 is that they're just not interested in new people in general. They just, they kind of like disinterested in even meeting new people. And they can't get themselves to like get up off the couch. They can't get themselves to come over unless the person can do something for them. Then maybe they're animated, right? They're in a situation where maybe a new person comes into the room, or maybe they come into the room and there's other people there that they haven't met before, and they just really don't want to meet new people unless, maybe they can do something for them. And again, you have to kind of take all of these as a whole, because of course there are people out there that might have social anxiety or, have other issues, right? But this is just kind of taken together. Got it? Okay. So that's number 5. Number 4. Number 4 is much more subtle. Number 4 is just that silent resentment. And I've been there. I have felt this. There's this silent resentment when their target, that person that they're with, that person, it might be your spouse, it might be your business partner, it might be that person, but the one who's like that target, the person that they're dealing with right now, it's probably you who's watching because you're the one who's watching, is interacting with other people. So you are in a social situation and you're enjoying yourself and you're feeling You're feeling that silent resentment. They are so upset with you because you're having fun, because you're talking to other people. They cannot stand the fact that you are interacting with others. You know that later on you're going to pay for it. And this is the kind of thing that they do like at holidays, especially. And by the way, I have a whole video on why narcissists ruin holidays. And if you want to check that out, you can definitely check that out because, this is like one of the things, and you just kind of feel that underlying sort of seething. And you might get like these little like quips, you might get these little like comments, these little like subtle devaluing, like, oh, why do you got to go do and say that? Or how come you're eating that way? Or why do you look like that? Who are you talking to? Or they don't want to hear about that. There's like these little things that are happening. And so that you feel this silent sort of resentment, going on there. Okay. So that's number 4. You ready for the next one? All right. So the next one is that they're just like closed off, right? They're just closed off, maybe like folded arms, maybe like sitting away from others. Maybe they're like facing the door. They're just like disinterested to show others that, they're not interested in you. I mean, a lot of times, by the way, if you want to know if an agreement is going to stick, you should look to see how somebody is facing, because if they're looking at you but they're facing toward the door, they're not necessarily engaged with you. They might be kind of half out the door. They might be sort of like not really actually committing to whatever it is that they may even be saying that they're committing to. And then down the road, you might find that that agreement didn't actually hold together and didn't actually stick. And you're wondering why, because they said that they would. And that's why, because you didn't read the body language. You didn't know to read the body language that they weren't actually sticking. So if you see that they're closed off, or you see that they're sitting and facing away like that, that might show that they're kind of narcissistic or not actually engaged in the situation. Okay. So that's the next one. And if I'm on track so far and you've seen some of these, give me an on track in the comments below. All right. Next one is, I know you guys have seen this too. I have definitely seen this from narcissistic people. They actually ask you a question, like you're in a social situation, and they say, oh, how did you come to have this happen to you? Or how is it going with your business or whatever? And you start to answer them, and then they don't even listen for your answer. You're halfway through the sentence and they're like off, doing something else, or they see someone else. They don't even say, excuse me. They leave. They start looking at their phone and they're not engaged. Like they don't even care enough to hear the rest of what you're saying. And, maybe a better source of supply came along or whatever. And there you are. You're just sort of like, oh, yeah, well, never mind then. That's, another one. Like they're just kind of like inconsiderate. Especially if a better source of supply comes along. So that's the next one. And if you want to know what number 1 is, you got to make sure you stick with me. Ready? Ready for number 1? Okay. Number 1 is they often have more of a distance. They keep a distance. They actually have more physical proximity than others do in conversation. And again, sort of like the trouble with making eye contact, you do want to take into account different countries, different cultures, because obviously certain cultures stand closer than others. So you do want to think about that. But If you are in the same culture and you kind of know what the social norms are in your particular culture, narcissistic people do tend to stand a little further away from each other than other people do. So those are some telltale signs of narcissistic body language. If you have some others, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to know what other ones that you guys have seen. And if you like this video, give it a like and give it a share so other people can learn about it. And make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Feel free to grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet if you are negotiating. And join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm so glad that you're here. Remember, today is a great day to start negotiating your best life as always. And I will see you in the next video.